This here is from Sports. Not sure exactly who they are, but this article is pretty new, and they're saying that Diddy's defense team is kind of hitting back a little bit and asking some questions themselves. Let's see what we got. In a spirited defense against not safe for work trafficking charges, Sean Diddy Combs' legal team on Tuesday blasted prosecutors as sexist and argued that the 9 explicit videos at the center of the case depict only consensual encounters between adults. The lawyers are seeking broader access to the recordings, which they argue prove the music mogul's innocence. I guess if it's not consensual and there's long videos, you should see some forcing, pushing, come on, you got to do this. If the entire video shows everybody acting along, enjoying it, moving from place to place, kind of like a pornographic movie, well, they might have a point. Obviously, without us seeing those videos, if we even wanted to, how can we make full 100% judgment? Just in general, if it's long, an hour, half an hour, 20 minutes, long enough, there should be some signs that the people involved who don't want to be into it are being forced. That's my silly opinion. And they say he's been in custody since September and faces accusations he orchestrated complicated, not safe work encounters that were drugged and coerced. Now, if they'd been drugged and that can somehow still be proved, well, that's one thing I'd say against Diddy. Because if these people, and I hear there's men involved too who were forced, didn't want to be in it, they probably wouldn't take the drugs. I will note the stories about the drinks being spiked seem somewhat consistent across the board. It all depends on when those stories came in, if the people knew each other. I've stated I tend to think something went on there that wasn't quite right, but what level was it at? It's just hard to say right now. And they say once again, defense counter argument consensual and controlled. They say if anyone could watch the video fairly, they would conclude that yes, this looks like people taking part in an act everyone's into. And that shouldn't be very hard to prove if that's the case. I say put the thing out on X. X allows sexual content, so, put it out there, make a poll, have Elon Musk just post it. It'll get like 30 million views, and that'll be that. And they mentioned 1,000 bottles of baby oil, which is weird, but it's really weird if you're making like 50 grand a year or something. You generally don't just like buy that many. If you're a billionaire, you could afford it. What the hell? It's just one room in your multi-room house. So it's strange, but given the caliber of his spending power, I'd say less strange. They say, once again, the government argues that the freak-offs were highly orchestrated spectacles, sometimes spanning days. And they quote the defense, no evidence of not safe for work trafficking is certainly present. They say the government's characterization of the videos is inappropriate and objectionable. They then say the defense requests a timeline to forensically analyze the video. What this could do is set up timelines so if a victim said something happened at a vastly different time than it did, like years off or something, well, that would make them less credible. Or if they claim to really remember the date to make the story sound better, and the date doesn't line up, well, that wouldn't be so good either. Now, I'm not saying every victim or alleged victim needs to remember every detail and every date perfectly, but if a lot of them are all way off, you could probably see some kind of pattern. And they end with this. High-stakes trial looms. Combs' case has sparked an intense debate about consent, privacy, and the limits of laws policing non-traditional, not safe for work behavior. With a trial scheduled for May 5th, the stakes are high, both for the Grammy-winning mogul and the broader cultural debate surrounding his indictment. Not sure what stakes that the culture exactly has in it, but okay. Anyway, that's about it. I'm mostly waiting for more information at this point. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed here, following Diddy, Meghan and Harry, all things Johnny Depp, pop culture. If you subscribe, I'll be happy about it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.